Good morning, everybody. I hope everybody had a great weekend. Happy Monday. We're going to start in math today with Module 1, Lesson 14. And our slides are all of the same like we have been used to. So here's our slide symbols. Our objective for today for Lesson 14 is we're going to skip count objects in models to build fluency with multiplication facts using units of 4. So we're going to focus on skip counting by 4. So our I can statement today is I can skip count objects in models to build fluency with multiplication facts using units of 4. So our first application problem, and we know that our symbol up in the left is RDW. So we're going to read, draw, and write. We're going to read the problem, draw a picture to help us solve, and then write our answer in the boxes provided on the slide. Make sure you are paying close attention when you go back and do this after the video to the red text that will explain everything to you that I'm saying to you now, so you don't have to go back and flip between the video and the slides. So you have all the information that you need to solve this problem. I have my whiteboard over to the right as always, so we'll practice using our whiteboard. You need your whiteboard markers and erasers out so that you can work with me. So our application problem says Jackie buys 21 pizzas for a party. She places 3 pizzas on each table. How many tables are there? Fill in the division equation to find how many tables there are. So the first thing that I need to do is draw a table. I'm going to draw a table, and that table has 3 pizzas. All right, so I know that's how to set up my problem because that's the information that they gave me. She places 3 pizzas on each table right there. So there's one table, and it has 3 pizzas on it. I have to keep drawing tables with 3 pizzas on it until I have 21 pizzas total. So I'm skip counting, right? So here's another table with 3 pizzas. So that makes 6 pizzas. Another table. So that's 9. 3, 6, 9. 12. 15. 18. And 21. So I can stop there because I have 21 pizzas. So if I'm writing my division equation, so if we're writing our division equation, we have our total, and we have a total of 21 pizzas, and we divided them into tables of 3. So there are 3 pizzas at each table, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tables. So that equals 7 tables. So if I'm writing a sentence to answer my question, I'm going to use that question, and it says, how many tables are there? Well, there are 7 tables. That's how we answer that in a complete sentence. Moving on to our next slide. We're going to be reading a tape diagram. So if we look at our text in the red there that explains everything to you, I'm just going to scooch it over so you can read it. It says, remember that our units are another word for groups. So when it asks how many units there are, it's just asking you how many groups. That's the usual word that we would use in class. So we will have 5 units in our tape diagram. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 groups. So that means there are 5 units. What is the value of each unit? Well, that's just the number of counters or the number of objects that are in each group. I can see that there are 2 stars in each group. So my multiplication sentence is going to be 5 times 2 equals 10. Our next slide, we're skip counting, and this is where our I can statement comes in. It said we were skip counting in units of 4, so we're going to practice doing that. It says skip count by 4s to 40 by filling in the blanks next to the array. The first few have been done for you. We have 4, 8, 12. What would come next after 12? So we're just adding 4 each time. 4, 8, 12. 12 plus 4 more is 16. Plus 4 more is 20. All the way up till we get at the very end of 40. So if we have 10 rows, we're going to have 10 times 4 in each. So 10 times 4 is 40. That is what we should have as our multiplication sentence. 10 times 4 is 40. So it should say 10 times 4 is 40 on your slide when you fill in those yellow boxes. Our next slide, we're still doing the same thing, except our number of rows are changing. And these are, it looks like fruit pictures. It says, click to drag the numbers on the sides next to the given array to show a skip counting in a sequence. Our sequence is going to be by 4s because there are 4 pictures of fruit in each row. So our next one would be 8, right? So we have 4, and then our next one would be 8. We're just dragging our numbers over from the side next to the array. The first one was done for you. Then when we fill in our multiplication sentence, I have the number of rows times the number of each. Remember, my rows are long ways. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows. So my first number in my box is going to be 6 times, there are 4 pieces of fruit in each of those rows. So I have 6 times 4. And if I count those pieces of fruit all together, I have 24. So 6 times 4 is 24. And that finishes up our lesson for today, Module 1, Lesson 14. Remember, all of our yellow boxes need to be filled in, and you need to make sure that you're dragging all of the things. All of the things that you need to be doing are in the box with the red line around it. We've done that on every one of these lessons so that you don't get lost and don't forget to fill out one. If you have any questions or need any help, you can call school, 836-6987. Your parents can remind message me or you can email me. And remember, do not turn them in blank. I will return them to you and you'll get a 0 until you complete it again and resubmit. I love you guys. I miss you and I can't wait to see you. If you need help, just reach out to me. Thanks, guys.